let's take a look at our online course and also our syllabus. So when you open up Architecture 214, all right, site planning, this is what you're going to see. And right here in the front middle, you'll see our weekly announcements in the news section. As of right now, when I'm recording this video, there aren't any, but expect at least one a week and maybe more if needed. Right? You'll also see our content browser, all right? And the calendar. The calendar is going to show you both my office hours, all right, and your due dates. I'd like you to make sure right here in the beginning of the semester that you come up here to this corner and you set your profile and your notifications, and make sure that you get these news announcements sent to somewhere where you're actually going to see them and check them. So across the top, you know, you've got these different tabs here, and my favorite way to access our course is this tab right here, which says Content. I'm going to click on that. Okay. And in this content section, you'll see down the left-hand side kind of a table of contents, and you'll access our weekly modules, week 1, week 2, week 3, etc. All right. Taking a look at your weekly modules, let's look at week 1 right here. All right. Actually, back up a little bit. I'm going to take a look at week 2 because it's a little bit more of a typical week. All right. In week 2, what we've got here, all right, are 2 sections. One's called Content and one's called Activities, and you can also see them over here. And so for this course, you're going to get an overview, which is what we're going to do this week, a short text blurb. All right. You'll see a list of your required reading, right, and that will be from our textbooks. Right? And you'll also see our lecture. These are our video lectures. Let me click on that. All right. And so in each of these, you'll see lecture notes. These are my slides for your use, right? And our lecture videos. Clicking on one of them. Let's take a look.
Let's start this semester.
All right. You can see my lovely face right here. All right. All of our lecture videos are hosted here in YouTube. So you should be able to turn on closed captions if you desire. All right. You can, right here, you can set the playback speed and turn on and off those subtitles or closed captions. And then many people don't know about this, so let me let you know. Over here in the 3 dots section, you can turn on Show Transcript. All right. And the transcript's going to show those same words that we just saw in the closed captions. But one feature that I particularly like is that you can scroll through these and find something. Okay, maybe we're interested in correct slopes. All right, you can find a word in here. If you click right there, it will take the video to that particular spot. All right, I really love that feature. All right, let's come back to our course shell here, and I've clicked on the week 1 start here module. All right, and so when you first open this course, if you're watching this video, you've already done this, you should start here, and I'd like you to go through all of this course information. All right, and then something different for this particular module, there is some review content. There's a little bit about reading a scale, and then a bunch about AutoCAD. All right, this course uses AutoCAD. I need you to get yourself set up and running and take a look through this content. All right. Finally, there are some activities right here in week 1. Scrolling back up. All right. Keep going. Let's take a look at our syllabus for the class. All right, so here is our fall 2023 syllabus. If you're watching this video in a different semester, please look at and pull up the updated version. All right. And in our previous video, we've already covered how to contact me. We talked about an overview of what we're doing this semester. All right. We covered the required textbook. required technology and supplies, and our learning outcomes. All right. You just learned about our different modules and the lesson contents and activities. All right. Scrolling down, so let's take a look at how this course is graded. All right. We're going to have your course grades determined by 20% of the quizzes, all right, 40% those discussions and assignments, all right, so that's a pretty large amount of your semester, all right, 30% projects, all right, there's going to be 2 projects this semester, and 10% exams. There's only one exam, it's the final exam. Continuing down here, I need you to read on your own this attendance policy. All right. I am expecting you, let me just highlight this right now, to spend for this 3-credit course 9 to 12 hours a week. All right. And that includes the required reading, the lecture videos, and working on assignments and projects. Scrolling down. You're going to read this attendance policy and all about excused absences. And a makeup policy, and this is only for excused absences. Late assignment policy. In general, your due dates are all in your course shell. All right. So refer to each individual item or each individual module for specific due dates. For discussions, posts will only be accepted until the discussion forum closes. All right. Assignments have a due date as well. However, I do give a little fudge factor, a little room for those. All right, and I'll accept any late assignments, all right, with a 10% grade reduction up to before the midterm or before the final, depending on what half of the class you're in. All right, so a little bit of grace period for those assignments. Quizzes are due on the dates posted. However, you are able to take them up to 3 times, and only your highest score counts. All right, so think of these quizzes more as a learning tool to help make sure that you really understand our topic, right, rather than a test. Projects are due on the date posted, and no late projects are accepted. All right, keep that in mind, except for those excused absences. And exams as well, they're due on the date posted. Scrolling down here, I ask that you read this academic dishonesty section, and then there's a whole lot of information here on some resources available to you as HAC students. We got the Learning Commons, etc. Please read this diversity statement. And then students in need of accommodations, I want to welcome you to my class. I love working with people of a wide range of abilities and needs. So if you would like to reach out to me and discuss how I can better support you, please do. Let me scroll down. And at the bottom of our syllabus here, we have an important piece. It's our course calendar, and so you can take a look and see all of our different modules. Right now we're in week 1, kind of an introductory module, and then you're going to move to week 2, all right, where we talk about what is it worth studying this semester? What is site planning and grading? All right, as you move through the semester, you can see that in week 8 we have a midterm break, and then weeks 8 and 9 are a midterm project. Scrolling down, weeks 14 and 15 are kind of your final project, a site planning project, and then we hit your final exam. Each of these modules has a bunch of dates. What is going on here? All right, you can see that our module begins on a Monday and ends on a Sunday. All right, but I actually open it up a little early for those students who can only work on weekends. All right, so we got a little early access. And for many of the discussions, there is a midweek deadline on Wednesday, and so that's listed as well. Coming back here to this table of contents, let's take a look at that weekly schedule. In the week 1, going to how to navigate this course. All right, you've already learned about our modules, the content activities, but let's take a look at this weekly schedule. All right, we open the module on Mondays, all right, and they close on Sundays. But there is a midweek deadline, all right, and so for discussions, I'm expecting an original post by Wednesday, and then all of your comments and replies by Sunday night. Right. I do suggest that you take your first quiz attempt, all right, by that Wednesday as well. And then your 3 quiz attempts are due, right, and your quiz will close. If there's a weekly assignment, all right, I also suggest, I didn't put it on here, but I also suggest you take a first pass or at least take a look at it, all right, and then that assignment is due, all right. But can we actually look at these earlier? The answer is yes. And if you notice here, our module begins on Monday, but I actually open it earlier on Friday. And so your weeks will overlap. All right, so every weekend you'll see that there are 2 modules open. All right, so you can see that early if you need to. Thanks, and I look forward to working with you this semester.